Looking at a little more reliability in my sensor for the switching of the chuff signal. So I've drilled a hole, if you can see it, and I've inserted a magnet that's captured in the plastic. I'm pretending that that's part of the inner wheel. And then I'm going to have this magnet aimed at a certain way, and it's going to go past that. As you can see, if I get close to it, the light comes up. Okay, so I'll move this over maybe, see if I can do that. No, I can't. It's not going to cooperate. If it could, it would, but it won't. It can't. It doesn't have a brain. The only brain it has is to be contrary. There we go. So now, if I pass this back and forth, like this, I don't have to touch, I don't have to even get real close, but I have fairly consistent, reliable, and no bouncing. Sometimes when you pass this, you'll end up with two pulses. Carl showed me this. See that? It comes along, there's a first pulse, then a neutral, and then there's another pulse. So sometimes you hear a chuff chuff, chuff chuff, and you really don't want that. It confuses everything, especially the smoke. So right there is a nice clean shot. Okay, so what I've done is I've designed a different piece, a different stand, that what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread my reed switch right there. Oh, I can't grab one. Yeah. This is a bad one, that's the same. So the switch, back this up, get this closer so you can see how it's going to work. The switch is going to fit inside that groove and hang out just a little bit, like just about like that. And then that wheel is going to go by on a slight angle, but it'll still trigger, and it'll trigger reliably and consistently. So I've got it ready. I'm on the slicer. I'm just going to set up my parameters. I want it stiff but not too dense. I want to print fast too. So I'm printing a new smoke housing. You can see it's coming out very nice. I had to rebuild my nozzles yesterday again, clean them out. They got clogged. But they're working beautifully this morning, and I'm getting a new smoke. This one has some cracks in it, which I had patched, but you know, you don't want to put a patched smoke on something, so I'm going to replace that smoke, tune up my smoke gizmo. So now what I'm going to do, while I'm doing all that, I'm going to drill out for this magnet. I got the dimension right on there. So I'm going to drill out. I'm going to try two, since I now got a single pulse and I know exactly where to put. I'm going to put one on the wide part of the wheel. I just got to be careful I don't go through the thickness. I may have to drop it down a little bit. Might drill it sort of like, right on that, right there, kind of, right there, like right there. Not out, not in, but right there. I think that'll do it. And I'll put two magnets in for 2 pulses per rev, which is a compromise. You always want 4, but it gets a little busy. I think this is going to work. And then the new smoke, the new switch, and then I can get on with my lighting, which I have figured out. I've got a headlight stuck in there, and I'm going to work on the tail lights, and I got diodes coming today so I can get the reverse headlight comes on, and I mean in reverse the rear light comes on, front light comes on. Okay, so that's what I'm doing today, kind of tidying up the loose ends, getting ready, thinking through the next act for the track, how we're going to set up. We got a new building. It's going to be a Greek-oriented train station. We have some ideas for that. And I've been working on the horn button. I've got some parts coming to